When you don't have control of your mind, your thoughts and emotions can run amok. You might find yourself ruminating on things a lot, constantly doubting yourself, or having trouble dealing with your emotions. It doesn't have to be that way, though. You can take control of your mind and replace out-of-control negative thoughts with positive, accurate ones. Over time, you'll start to feel happier, more balanced, and in control of your feelings and sense of self. In this video, we'll be covering 10 steps together. Stick around to learn more. Step 1. Reduce stress. The mind and body are deeply connected. The mind can make the body stressed, and physiological stress in the body can lead the mind to feel stressed. When people are stressed, they exert self-control to deal with those stressors and often have reduced self-control afterwards. As such, it is important to reduce stress to conserve self-control energy. There are a number of ways to reduce stress with evidence showing they work to some degree. Try relaxation techniques such as deep abdominal breathing, which involves breathing in deeply and holding your breath for a few seconds, then slowly exhaling over the course of several seconds. You may also try focusing your mind on a single soothing word such as calm or peace. Get some exercise, which will help you to breathe deeply and relax your tense muscles. Talk to friends and family, since social support can act as a buffer against stress. Step 2. Create a plan for your life. If you have a clear path for what you want in life, you may be less likely to be swayed by temptations that will hurt you in the long run. Write down the major things you want out of life. Is it a good career? Having a family of your own one day? Becoming financially wealthy? You don't have to lay out very detailed steps for achieving these goals as part of this exercise. Instead, remember to keep your overarching goals in mind so you stay on track in your life. To form personal goals, it is important not to set the bar too high or else you will fail, and this can kill your motivation. Instead, set some big goals, e.g., learn how to code software. But break those bigger, more distal goals into smaller, more achievable goals, e.g., read one chapter of a software coding book every week. In this way, you can see tangible amounts of progress as you work toward accomplishing your more distal goals. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. Negative feelings can reduce self-control and make it more difficult for you to control your mind. One way to counteract negative feelings is simply to smile. Although the idea that feeling happy causes you to smile is more intuitive, the facial feedback hypothesis suggests that smiling can actually cause you to feel happiness. Spend time or money on others. Research shows that spending on others can increase happiness and well-being. Happiness and well-being can increase your self-image and reduce negative feelings that make self-control more difficult. Exactly how you spend your time or money on others isn't that important. What matters is that you and those you are helping find it valuable. Step 3. Smile, even if you don't feel like it. Negative feelings can reduce self-control and make it more difficult for you to control your mind. One way to counteract negative feelings is simply to smile. Although the idea that feeling happy causes you to smile is more intuitive, the facial feedback hypothesis suggests that smiling can actually cause you to feel happiness. Step 4. Spend time or money on others. Research shows that spending on others can increase happiness and well-being. Happiness and well-being can increase your self-image and reduce negative feelings that make self-control more difficult. Exactly how you spend your time or money on others isn't that important. What matters is that you and those you are helping find it valuable. Step 5. Create obstacles for yourself. One way to control your mind is to make it more difficult for it to get what it wants. This extra effort will make it so that part of your mind is less likely to win out and influence your behavior. For example, if you want to control the part of your mind that wants to watch TV when a part of you wants to cut down on your TV watching time, you could put your remote control in a difficult-to-reach spot. Another example is that if you keep hitting the snooze button in the morning, you could place your alarm clock far from your bed so that you are forced to get out of bed to turn it off. A further example is if you are having trouble refraining from sex and you want to change this behavior, you could avoid putting yourself in situations that lead to sex. You could stay away from bars, nightclubs, and you could delete the phone numbers of people you sometimes hook up with. Step 6. Reward your successful self-control efforts. When you successfully control your mind, reward yourself so that you are more likely to continue to do so in the future. 11. For example, say you really didn't feel like exercising, but you forced yourself to do it anyways. Reward yourself with a piece of chocolate or with an episode of your favorite TV show. Be careful not to make the reward too excessive, or you may find yourself out of control and back to square one where you started. For example, if your goal is to lose weight and you controlled your mind and exercised when you didn't feel like it, don't eat several chocolates or you will just lose the progress that you made. Step 7. Punish unsuccessful self-control efforts. Just like rewarding successes can aid in future self-control, punishing yourself for self-control failures can aid in future self-control as well. In fact, studies show that the threat of punishments can lead people to exert more self-control. To ensure the punishment's effectiveness, place it in the hands of a family member, friend, or partner, and tell them to dish it out if you fail to exert the self-control you desired. For example, they could hide your dessert, and at the end of the day, if you failed to achieve your self-control goals, they could withhold that dessert from you. Step 8. Avoid rumination. You may find yourself thinking about something negative, even when you really don't want to. There are a number of tricks you can use to control your mind and stop ruminating. Think about the worst-case scenario. Although this seems counterintuitive and like it would just lead to even more ruminating, when you think about the worst-case scenario and then think about whether you would be able to handle it, you'll likely find that you can imagine yourself handling the situation, and this can help decrease your worry. Schedule time for yourself to worry. By setting aside time to think about your problem, you can rest assured that it will get the attention it needs. This can help you stop thinking excessively about your problem when you don't want to. Step 9. Reappraise what you are struggling to control. Try changing how you look at the thing you are struggling to control. For example, if a part of your mind really wants to have wine, but you are trying to stop drinking, try imagining the wine as poison. Imagine it going all through your body, infecting your cells and organs. Studies show that having individuals mentally transform reappraise desirable things into less desirable things facilitates their self-control efforts to avoid the desirable thing. Step 10. Stop overgeneralizing. Overgeneralizing means taking a single occurrence of a negative experience and projecting it onto other experiences or to your predictions about how the future will be. For example, someone who overgeneralizes might say, "I had a difficult childhood, so my life is going to be difficult forever." To stop overgeneralizing, you might take it upon yourself to change your own future through hard work and persistence. For example, if you had a difficult childhood and think your life is going to be difficult forever, you might identify ways in which you want your life to improve and work to improve them. Thank you for joining us on this journey to learn how to take control of your mind. Remember, mastering your thoughts and emotions is a continuous process that requires patience and practice. By implementing the 10 steps we've discussed in this video, you can start to cultivate greater mindfulness, positivity, and self-awareness in your life.